Hey guys, welcome back to the Thisissoul Skate Shop YouTube channel. Today I'm going to tell you everything there is to know about wheel cores. An inline skate consists of a few different components. Obviously there's the material that you're actually rolling off, but in the center of the wheel there's a part, and it's called a core. The core is the part that's actually holding the bearings, and the bearings what makes the wheel roll. I'll show you something that resembles a core very well, and this is this little tape roller. And you can see here when I'm having a wheel that this part here, this is what we're talking about. This is the core. In some wheels you can clearly see the core like this, and in some wheels the core is a little bit more hidden. All modern inline skates, so starting from the 80s, have a plastic core, but ancient inline skates, like from the 19th century and even earlier, they mostly had metal wheels. So even the core was also from metal already. There also were clay wheels and even some ivory wheels back then. All modern wheels, however, have plastic cores, and in the last couple of years something changed. The first metal cores came on the market. This was 6 years ago from the brand Famus. Famus is an inline skate wheel manufacturer, and the owner of this brand, his name is Vince. So in preparation of this vlog, I thought, like, who better to contact for the in-depth information than my friend Vince from France, Marseille. So I had a long Skype meeting with Vince, and I asked him everything that I could think about regarding the core compound of a wheel, and this really opened my eyes. So thank you, Vince, for giving me all the inside information. And today I'm going to share you everything that I learned about the core component of an inline skate wheel. Why do we have cores anyway? Some wheels don't have them, like this old grind wheel, and it rolls fine. Actually, all the first urethane wheels from these wheels date back from the 70s, used in roller skates with the side-by-side, so not inline skates with the wheels in a line. They also didn't have a core in the beginning. And what the core does is it makes the wheel stiffer, because the polyurethane material is just too squeaky, too squishy to nicely roll. You can compare it maybe to a bike. If the spokes on the bikes are not really tight and really good and a little bit loose, then your bike is also slower. So that's why on a race wheel they use really stiff spokes, or even like carbon spokes, to make the wheel roll extra fast. So the stiffer and the bigger the core is, the faster the wheel will roll. There's actual differences. Here you can see there's a really small core, and here you can see that there's a pretty big core. So there's a lot of factors to these wheels, the hardness and the compound, the material. But if you just look at the core, then judging by the core, then this wheel will be a little bit faster. The downside into having a really big core is that you have less material to wear down. So if you have more polyurethane over the core, then you have more wheel to use. There are a few differences in the way a core is shaped, because if you look at this roll of tape, it kind of resembles of a skate core, and then you would imagine that there's like polyurethane added on the top of here. So this is what a normal skate core would look like. And some of the cores actually are flat, like this is flat like this, and some of them have actually some extra tooth on here, and sometimes they're tooths, and sometimes it goes into a little T shape on top. I don't know what the difference is between all these different configurations, so that's why I asked Vince this question, like, Vincent, what is the difference? Why would one wheel have this one? In what situation is this better? In what situation is that better?
It's like this on the ring, Yeah.
when you have lot of urethane.
Yeah.
If you have lot of urethane, you must have a teeth everywhere
Yeah.
to fix the urethane. When the urethane is thick, you must have a dent, not dent, but teeth. This is the urethane.
Yeah.
And this is what I call dent
Okay.
or
Teeth. Yeah.
whatever.
So that's teeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So some people use that. When
Yeah.
the core is soft, you use that also.
Also, in the end of the day, this is not the most important thing of the core of the wheel. This is also something he said. So don't worry about it too much. In the end of the day, it's about how good the wheel rolls, with the tooth or without it. Then I already told you about the differences in the material, that the stiffer the core is, the faster you'll go. So we learned from scooter wheels actually, because they were the first one that had metal cores, that this might be an option for inline skating. So Famus was the first brand to introduce this in our sport about 6 years ago. And I asked Vince if there's any other materials that he had in mind which would maybe even make it faster. So I asked him what do you think about a diamond core? Is this something that would work? Because diamond's super hard, right? And then he pointed out really smartly that the way that they're built right now with the aluminum is also because of the weight. So like steel or a lot of the other materials are a lot heavier. So that's why he said aluminum is the best option for now.
The most important is the core.
Yeah.
Stronger, harder is the core of the wheel,
Yeah.
better the wheel will be. First time I try aluminium,
Yeah.
completely 100% aluminium, and it's not well, because you must use a kind of chromoly. We make a bicycle also, it's a mix between some steel, and also the first wheel I did like that, the bearings damage the cage of the core because the metal was too soft. Yeah, but it must be light also. Huh? Don't forget, we must have a strong material,
Yeah.
but very light.
Okay.
Actually, the trouble with the chromoly wheel is the weight. If it's light, it's better.
I didn't ask him though about titanium, and titanium is of course also really stiff and light, but titanium is also super expensive. And one of the nice things about the current aluminum core wheels from Famus, but also there's other brands coming on the market right now that have the aluminum cores, is that they're actually not that super expensive. They're not a lot more expensive than the regular good quality wheels. So maybe aluminum for now is the way to go. Yeah. So obviously metal is heavier than plastic, but how much heavier is it? And I want to compare a few standard normal aggressive inline skate wheels to two of the top metal core inline skate wheels. First, the regular core wheels. The first one is 57 and the second one is 58. Now the aluminium core wheels, the first one is 73 and the other one is 75. So there is about a 20 gram difference, and this is about like 1/3 or 1/4 of the weight. So it is a little bit relevant. It's a little bit extra weight, but I think for the extra speed you get out of it, it's totally worth it. There's a big thing on the internet right now about the Famus wheels maybe not being suitable for street skating. So I asked Vincent what he thought about this.
You know, when you skate with only 4 wheels,
Yes.
The core can be fragile.
Yes.
For sure. And,
more fragile than plastic?
Lino is a big baby.
Yes,
He's
yes.
strong and he's tall.
Yeah.
So, you know, sometimes happen, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes you fucked up the one wheel.
Yeah.
And it's happened sometimes. You are heavy, You skating good, well, fast, strong. You take a kink on the coping or whatever, you know, and you make a dent, but it's not often.
No, it's not often.
Really, it's not often.
So people should not be worried about this, you think?
No.
Okay. So you can just
I think before break a wheel, you must go. You can go.
Okay.
You can go street skating, but if you go downhill and to make a slide and power slide and whatever, you will fucked up your wheel for sure. This is what I call street, you know.
Yeah.
Street is not riding and jump on the rail and do the rail. I mean, street is go to downhill, slide.
Yeah.
You know what I say to Dino. I say if you want to go to race, you go to race of Formula One.
Yeah.
If you go to do rally, you go with another kind of wheel, but you don't go with this kind of wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
With a slick tie, you cannot go to rally. It's not possible. Because my wheel is soft, you will fucked up faster my wheel than the other. This is normal. And also, I heard about some people who told me, yeah, I make some flat spot, you know. So if you don't put well your bearings in the core, the wheels don't turn well. Yes. And sometimes like that, you can make a flat spot.
The last thing I asked him is that there's a thing about the 6 spokes right now. And this is the new wheel and it has 6 spokes, and this is the old wheel and it has 3 spokes. It's kind of like 2 next to each other in 3 segments. And I asked him like, which one is better?
That doesn't matter about the 6 spoke, 7 spoke, 100 spoke. Exactly same. Same weight, same everything.
Same strength.
Yeah, you know, and of course the style.
The style, yeah.
Yeah, the style, you know. You sell a wheel by the style of the wheel.
When we first got the Famus wheels in the store and like the first metal wheels that we got, it took me a long time to be able to put in the bearings. And I got a lot of questions here at our web shop for the customer support, and also in our physical store here in Amsterdam. We got a lot of customers that have questions about how to put the wheels in. It took me a lot of time to discover what the best way was, but now I figured it out. So let me tell you. If you want to put the bearings in, then we have a special bearing pusher tool. It's a tool designed especially to put bearings in a frame. It's actually a bicycle tool, but it works perfect for these inline skate wheels as well. It's just as easy as putting it all together and then screwing it on. You do have to have kind of like strong hands. If you are like a child or if you're kind of petite, then it's hard. But if you're just a grown man, then you'll be fine with the tool. And to get them out, you need to have a bearing spacer that does not have the extra edge to it. So you don't need to have a self-centering bearing spacer, you just need to have the cylindrical bearing spacer. Because if the bearing is self-centering, it keeps in the center, and if you have the cylindrical bearing spacer, it kind of like drops down, just like this wheel has right here. And because the bearing spacer is not in the center right now, you can put an axle in it and then give it a smash with a hammer, and then the bearing falls out underneath. So this is my tip into putting the bearings in the wheel, or to get the bearings out. This is everything I know about inline skating wheels, plastic wheels, metal wheels, and everything that I learned from Vincent. If you have any questions about inline skating core wheels, then you can drop it in the comments. Let me know what the best core you ever rode was in the comments as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Oh, I lost my core. Huh. Don't really know what to say about this, but I'll figure something out. First, the regular inline skate wheels. Need to do it again? Wait, I'm gonna say it again. The other wheel I have right here. Oop. And wait, just gonna do the whole thing again, okay? Oh. There you go. No. Yeah, whatever. Okay.